Alright. This thing on? Let's see. Yes. Alright, everybody. Welcome back. This is CF, aka Kralos. And as, I guess hyped up before, I wouldn't really say hyped, we're finally going to get into this little solo dungeon. As we last left off, and as you can see with the names up top, I rolled up 4 characters, 2 humans, an elf, and a half elf. I wanted to say health. To whom the humans who were I decided would be brothers, and then the elf and the half elf would be companions. But I got myself 2 dual classers. Is this the lore RP heavy D&D stream? No. I'm gonna be. Oh, also hello, Captain Kid. I want to see how far these 4 bozos can get. I mean, we got one guy with 3 HP. What? No Chimer? I'm not Saber. Ask Saber about this stuff. Anyways, so I have our starting room here. The names up top are Robert with his 3 HP. He is a human. What was he again? Oh yeah, he's a human paladin. His brother, Alexandre. Technically, his name would be Robert. Alexandre. He's a human. Oh wait, no. Robert's the human. Oh, sorry. Robert is the human cleric. Alexandre is the human paladin. Dang, a paladin with 2 HP. He dead. Azalea, the half elf cleric ranger, and then Vixen, the magic user thief, also an elf. And yeah, these. Look, I don't have a lot of faith in these low health bozos, except maybe Azalea and Vixen. They'll probably get out okay. But Azalea is beefy. She is okay for real though. It's because Azalea is a cleric ranger. She'll have magic, and speaking of which, she needs to pray for her spells. She's gonna have magic at her low level, and same thing with Vixen. So Vixen already has read magic, sleep, dancing lights, and write. Write's kind of a lame spell. I need to. No, it might not be. Anyways, I'll need to roll up Azalea's spells real quick. So with a 14 wisdom, she can have her god says she can have 2 extra spells at the beginning. So she can memorize 3 spells, and to be safe, just so I'm safe, Azalea's obviously going to memorize Cure Light Wounds, Detect Magic, and I'm going to say Detect Evil. No. Yeah, Detect Evil, Detect Magic, and Cure Light Wounds. I'm going to do that for her. So, while I write that up, you're going to see some Now, Kid, you've played in some of my old school games before. You've played in Theatem. You've played in Troika. You've played in Rule Cyclopedia and Basic Fantasy. And you've seen how deadly these games can get. So, do not be surprised if you see the humans or even the elves bite at low level. You know, like if any of these dudes manage to get out of the dungeon in one piece, I will be surprised. Let's see, and I said detect evil. Now, it's funny that I'm here today because I was not expecting myself to be here today. I was actually, I think I was gonna go to work today, but then I showed up, and I guess I was supposed to get a text saying, "Oh, don't come in today," actually, and I showed up like early in the morning. I'm like, what's going on? And it's just like, oh, you're not supposed to be here actually, for X reason. It's just like, oh, okay, cool. So I went home, hung out a little bit, got everything ready, and now here we are. I'll eat my shorts if 3 survive. Okay, so funny you should mention that kid. You'll eat your shorts. Now I'll be very honest with you, kid. Do not like to consider I am a killer DM when it comes to my own solo games. I literally have a folder full of dead PCs on my bookshelf. But with you guys, I try to not be so deadly. You know, I try not to be such a killer DM with you guys. So if we ever get around to playing an old school game, again, I'm desperately trying not to murk you guys. Actually, speaking of murking, I almost TPK'd my old school crew or my old school players. Yes, on Thursday. No, Wednesday. Um, Spoilers are not spoilers, but I run an original D&D campaign for a friend's podcast or a coworker's podcast, a friend and coworker, and it's what we reached a point where the guys I think were getting too confident, and what happened was they fought some zombies that could do some actual damage to them, and a lot of shenanigans transpired to one of them becoming a ghoul and killing a majority of the party. The 2 elves that had become kind of the main characters while some of the characters were healing up during the week ended up coming out alive, and now everybody has to go into their background characters next session. So, but now I have some great plans for them. Anyways, so here's our dungeon. I'm calling this on a separate document, my CompuComp. I have I'm keeping track of every room and its contents that I roll. And what I'm going to be doing is using the solo dungeon generator from the Dungeon Master's Guide by Gary Gygax. It's mostly used if like you need to roll up a room or something on the fly, but you can also use it for solo play, as is written here somewhere. And I'm just gonna like essentially when these dudes explore these corners or beyond these doors, I gotta generate a whole new room. And obviously if it doesn't make sense, I can just drop it, re-roll again. That's the way Gary says to do it. You know, everything's gotta be within reason. If I reach a part of the page, again, this is a very small page, but if I reach a part of the page that is too small, or like you would go off it, obviously you can change it to fit the page. I've titled this. I have given this a theme. So it would make sense. It is the dungeon to an old wizard's tower named Remedio, and this is his dungeon. And these 4 are intrepid adventurers have decided to essentially have their start right here. So all 3, Robert, Alexandre, Azalea, and Vixen, head their way down to the bottom from the old decrepit ruins of the tower that has since collapsed, and all that's left is this stairwell that heads down. And in the first room there is nothing, but they know that there is a door, some hallways that go in these directions, but they cannot see that far. Well, the reason they cannot see that far is because immediately the humans are going to spoil the elves and half-elves' dark vision by lighting one of their lanterns. So, Robert, the human cleric, is going to light one of his lanterns, and he's going to be down 1. He came in with 3 things of oil, now he's down to 2. And this is going to be the first turn. So these first 10 minutes, Robert's going to light his lantern, and this is going to create like I think it's 30-foot radius of of light. So from like right here up until like maybe 3 squares each way, it's lighting up the whole room. And in this room, they don't really see anything. But just for a little bit of flavor, let's see what kind of random details we can roll up on here. So off screen, that we got that 8 there, and then off screen I got a 20. So 28 with these percentile dice, and 28 in general gives me. This room has dampness on the ceiling, as well as. Let's see, that's a 34. Any furnishings in here? Yes, a crate. What could be inside the crate? 5, 7, 75. Powder. There's a crate full of powder and a damp ceiling in this room. Cool. So I'm going to type that in real quick. Damp ceiling. Also, Captain Kidd, how did your... I know you told me you and your compatriots were playing your, we're playing your guys' campaign last night. How'd that go? If you're still there. Let's see. So, they're going to look around. They're going to see... So the first turn, they're going to use to light up their lantern, kind of get their bearings and see that there's a crate there. I'm thinking Alexander is going to be the one who's kind of maybe a bit more curious. Well, his intelligence is a 10. See, when I have solo games, one thing I like to do is I kind of build the characters off their stats to kind of get a feel for them. So Alexander has like a 13 wisdom, which he needs to be a paladin, and a 10 intelligence. But Robert has a 7 intelligence, so he's hella dumb. While Vixen has a 14, she needs it for a magic user, and so does Azalea. So they're twice as smart as Robert, and a little smarter than Alexandre. But Alexandre's curious, so he's going to be like, let me see what's inside this crate, and he's going to find it full of powder. What kind of powder, I don't know. Takashi was at his worst, but he ended it with some hope for having a better outlook on life. Cobalt got confessed to, and she realized that she also likes the boy. So after consulting Atlas, she's going to let Olivia down. Ah! No, my ship! You can't do this to me, Tav. Captain Kidd, you can't do this to me. After all that, I have to erase my ship fic. You haven't heard the last of me. Anyways, so back to the thing. So he's gonna open up this. He's gonna spend his time, or most of this turn, and then part of the next one, opening up this crate, and they're gonna find. And I think he's gonna use one of the let's see, what does he have? A battle axe. Yeah. He's gonna break open that battle axe. He's gonna break open that crate with his battle axe, and that he's gonna do an attack roll on that. 3. Now, is that enough to crush that to break open that crate? The answer is, I would say it's probably thin wood, right? Thin wood on a crate. Or thick wood. I would say thin wood. Veneer and Choo Choo are still the best power couple, with Choo Choo getting the pilot of Spelljammer again. They also managed to convince old Tav to ascend the throne and help stop Miorina and her goons. Nice! I'm glad he did. Also, that attack did not work. Alexandre's attack did not, made a dent in that, into the crate, but it was not enough to smash it open, so he's gonna try again. Which would definitely alert the denizens of this dungeon. So, and it's a 6, so So that one did break it open, but now I know most DMs, and I think in the original game and definitely in basic, you're asked to roll a d6, and on a 1, you know, roll up wandering monsters. I think for this now, one see in AD&D they don't like Gary doesn't really tell you to tell you what kind of dice to use for your own wandering monster to kind of see if a wandering monster appears. He kind of just says whatever is appropriate, but he uses a d6 as an example, and I think most people will stick with it. I've been trying a d8 lately because with encounters, it goes d20 in highly populated or densely populated areas, a d12 in patrolled, lightly populated areas, and a d10 in wilderness. So I'm thinking going down an extra one to d8 for dungeons for my stuff. So it's the third turn, and I rolled a 7, so no wandering monsters are going to show up out of nowhere. So he opens the crate up and he finds that's full of powder. What kind of powder? I don't know. Give me a suggestion, kid. Tell me what kind of powder this is. Actually, let's see. Give me a suggestion for what kind of powder this would be before I move on. Meanwhile, while he's looking and examining this powder, the two human church brothers, during those 2 turns, Vixen and Azalea were going to explore. So they come across this door, and Vixen, because she has thieving abilities, is going to roll on her I'm going to roll on her thief abilities to see if I can hear anything. And her hear noise is a +5, so it's a 15 total. Is she wearing a hat of any kind? Nope. Gunpowder. Okay, so it's a gun. He finds that it's in this wizard's dungeon, in this damp ceiling ass room. There is a crate full of gunpowder. I wonder what that means. But back to Vixen and her hearing abilities. Let's find out what this elf hears. So 10 plus 19. She puts her elven ears to the door right here, to this first door. And she listens in to see if there's any kind of noise on the other side. To which she hears nothing. She's going to relay that to Azalea, her compatriot, and Azalea, being just as smart, is just going to try to also listen. That's a 6, and I think for elves to hear stuff on the other side, I think it is a 5 out of 20 that they got a chance to hear stuff. It's a 3 and 20 for elves. Okay. And a half elf actually has gnomes have a better one. So she almost hears stuff, but not enough. So that was that first turn, and then they're going to explore a little bit. They're going to separate. So they're already messing up by kind of exploring to going off in different rooms. So on the second turn, they look over here. They don't, or rather, the third turn, and they see that this place kind of forks off even more. So before they go over further, they're going to come back, and they're going to see, because they hear Alexandre's axe smashing open that crate, and they're probably gonna ask him, what did you find? Also, you're making noise, man. And he's just like, there's gunpowder here. Gunpowder. What could who would use gunpowder in this dungeon? So he's like, I don't know, dude, but they're gonna explain that there's like 2 rooms that they fork exactly the same way. So now the group has to figure out if they want to try opening this door, or if they want to explore this way. So I'm gonna chalk that up to a dice roll. 4. These bozos are gonna try to open up this door. So they're gonna spend, each one's gonna take a turn busting open this door. So First, it's going to be Alexandre. He needs a 1 out of 2. 1 and 2 on a d6 to open it up. He messes up. Now let's try Robert. He mega does not open that door. And now I'm just going to roll both of these for the elves. All 3 of them waste this entire turn trying to open up that door. And nada. They cannot open up that door that round. Now, that's not the end of it. They can still keep trying. Actually, I think if I remember correctly, I believe Vixen is kind of weak. Alexandre has a 13. Robert has a 13. Azalea has a 15. So she might be able to open it. Yeah, they all have the same chances to open it, so it's got to be a 1 or a 2. So next round they try it again. Still nothing for the human boys. Now for Team Elf. Boom, they do it. They're working together. Opens up that door. And they step forward. And inside this room is I pre-rolled this room. And it's an empty room, and there's a dusty cabinet inside. They're gonna take a moment. They're gonna take a turn. They're gonna spend the rest of the turn kind of searching it, or at least the humans will probably just go in and like, what's inside here? And they're gonna find that there's a book and a candle in there. What kind of book it is? I'm gonna say it's gonna be a book on. It's a book on gunpowder as well. Gunpowder is gonna be the thing. And it's just like curiouser and curiouser. But inside the room, they see that there are also 2 more doors here. Now, could these doors be locked? I'm gonna say 1 out of 3 on this d6. Yes, it's locked. 5 out of 6. 4 to 6. It's unlocked. So let's check door number 1. It locked. Door number 2. Unlocked. Meaning that now Vixen gets to try out her lockpicking skills. 70 total, and her locks for her. Let's see, what percentage does she need to roll to pick this lock? 35. She literally rolled twice the percentage she needed. So she picks that lock, and the thing with thieving skills is that if you can't pick a lock at level 1, you can try again next level. So she doesn't have the skills for it yet. Luckily, the other door is open, so less a bash. So the humans are going to try. So while she's trying to pick that lock, Team Humans are going to try, and Robert actually succeeds. So what is beyond this door is the real question. And we're going to roll on the periodic check table, or on the other side of the door result, and we're going to get a 5. And on that 5, the other side of the door is a passage that goes straight ahead. And normally the way this one works is that it usually goes to 30 feet before we have to find out what's going on again. So they take the passage straight ahead. Also, we have to check the width of the thing. Sorry. All right, 12. How wide is this thing? It's 10 feet wide. Okay, I was cool the first time. Nice. So the party travels up 30 feet, and then once they reach the end of that, 20. Whoo! What does 20 get me? A wandering monster. Nice. Their first encounter. Will this be a TPK? Let's find out. So, I get to go and roll on the Wandering Monster table, or the Dungeon Monster table. And with a 7, it's a first level, it's a monster level 1 monster. But what kind? 36. they get to encounter humans. Oh, wait. So there's humans down. So there's a crate full of gunpowder. There's a book about gunpowder, and they've just encountered some humans. What humans, though? They're going to encounter 73 characters. Guys, we just rolled up. I get to roll up a random party. Oh, this is exciting. Because the other options, or the other choices, would have been bandits, berserkers, or brigands. But rolling 46 and higher gets me characters. So, number of characters in party will be 2 to 5, so I get to roll a d4 for this. So 3 dudes. Let's see, I'm going to open up a whole new friggin' little thing for this. Let's see, here we go. Cancel. Alright, wait, give me a sec, guys. So man, a whole new, they're running into a whole new, to another group. This is kind of funny to me. It's like, it feels kind of like a weird Spider-Man, like the kind of like 60s Spider-Man meme, where he's like pointing at each other, so. Characters. There's 3 of them. Oh no, sorry, it's 2 to 5, so it's a d4 plus 5, so it's 4. Oh, cool, so it is even. 4. Let's see, there's 4 of them. And first guy on the team is 23. Is a fighter. And let's see. Maximum number per party is 5. So how many fighters are on this party? 4. Damn. Or better yet, let's keep rolling randomly. So we got a fighter. All right. So we got a fighter. And we got a 43, another fighter. And 76, a magic user. This isn't getting interesting. Watch me roll another fighter. Watch me roll another bozo. 21 gets me. I was right. Another fighter. Funny. So, 3 fighters and their magic user. So it's like three jocks and a nerd hanging out in this dungeon. Now the level of these guys. Let's see. So also, okay, according to this too, it says that they can have men at arms. So it'll always be 2 to 5 characters in a group with men at arms or henchmen to round the party out to 9. Holy shit! So they got 5 henchmen on their team. These guys came in well prepared. This sucks. Let's see. Find the profession of each, ignoring the role. Exceed. Number of characters subtracted from 9 gives a number of henchmen. Or let's see. So they're gonna have men at arms. Character and henchman equipment. Arms and armor. Typical party dungeon may assume that is. So probably the minimal gear. Alright, so it's probably gonna be just a bunch of bozos. Probably just a bunch of other fighters with them. So 5 dudes. I'm gonna say it's probably there's 4 of them, 5 more. Probably 4 fighters and another magic user, just to kind of, or probably just a bunch of extra level 1 fighters. But what's their level though? Level 1 of each character will be equal to that of the dungeon or level of the monster, whichever is greater, through the 4th level. Thereafter, it will be between 7 and 5th. Determined by roll 6 plus 6. Okay, so if it's lower than the level of the dungeon, adjusted upward by +1, actually 12. So between 1 and 4. So first fighter is a level 3. He is gonna murder me. I hope they're friendly. Second fighter is gonna be level 3. This is not looking good. The magic user. These dudes are all friggin' like level. Watch these guys just be stupid overpowered. Another level 3. And then last dude, please let him be like level 3. So it's a level 3 party. These guys have been doing some adventuring. And then 5 men at... Actually, well, if they're level 3, they definitely have henchmen, so... Henchmen. And they're all going to be level 1 fighters, because if you have henchmen, they got to be lower than you. So, fighters level 1. Oh boy. Here comes the fun part, though. Find out if these dudes are hostile. Select cleric spells according to those you believe most suited to the party as a whole. Likewise, do with magic users following limitations of known spells. Henchmen with abilities, with spell abilities should be okay. So level of others with characters. Men arms will only accompany characters based on the first and second or third level dungeon. On the fourth or deeper, all others will be henchmen. So they're men at arms. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. They're not henchmen. Specifically, these men at arms should be. What are you? Let's see. Men at arms. Maybe want to go to work at a farm. All right. Let's see. These dudes are going to have, just for simplicity, 60. So these men at arms are going to be light horsemen. Cool. And they're going to have, let's see, I got to roll this again. 10. Cool, so they're all a bunch of light horsemen. Nice. And light horsemen are trained to operate in close order or formation. They're usually skirmish raider types. They bought a bunch of dudes that normally are like horsemen. Let's see, men at arms, light horsemen. Cool. So they're probably wearing leather. They probably have like long swords, maybe short bows. Probably horseman weapons. So, damn, it's a whole party of 9 up in that hallway. Let's see. So, since they're all 3rd level, each of them have like a 30% chance to have magic items and a 10% chance from like 2 tables. So, let's find out these dudes have magic items though. Wow, 30 right there. So fighter number 1 gets to have 2 magic items. What about from table 2? No. What about fighter 3 or 2? He gets to have magic items. And again, and magic user also gets to have 2 magic items. 2 magic. And none for that one. And then fighter 3 does not get from the first table. And then fighter 4, 3, whatever. He does not have stuff. So 2. And I'll figure that out if we end up fighting them. This will be very fun. Oh boy. Whew. This scares me because I'm trying to. Both of these guys get like 2 cool magic items from this. Let's see. So first dude has 2 potions. 58. Oh wait, sorry, I'm rolling the wrong die for that. There you go. So 2 potions of climb. So he gets 2 potions of climbing and flying, and 1+1 sword. Cool, as is his custom. Now I'm more worried about if these guys have like weapons is the thing. Because the potions I'm not too bothered by. Potions. Also, what's this dude gonna be doing with climbing and flying potions, man? Is he gonna sell them? What's his problem? Alright, let's see what fighter number 2 has. He has 2 potions of healing and giant strength. Jesus. So he's not worried about getting hurt if he has healing and giant strength. But what's his other thing? 14. He has a shield +1. Cool. So his AC is stupid. Looks like Phoenix Wright was Phoenix stupid. You made fun of me. You made fun of me. God. I will always regret the fact that my brain has been ruined with old Chris Chan, with Weston Chandler. So always fun to think about. I think the worst part too is that, like, I say this stuff around my wife. She doesn't deserve that kind of action from me. 10 arrows +1, so he's got 10 magic. The third, okay, this magic user has 10 arrows. I'm sure he found this shit. He's not using this, and he's got 1 ring of mammal control. I wrote mall control. Cool. Alright, so the important thing though is, are these dudes, so compensation. When a party of adventurers meets a party of characters and henchmen, be certain that you consider relative aggressiveness and alignments. A character party feeling itself weak in relation to the adventures encountered will certainly attempt to avoid, negotiate, or use wit and guile to bluff their way out of actual combat. Character parties will never join the adventurers unless you personally obtain more benefit from the former from some form of cooperation. Let's see. I'm going to roll to see what kind of alignment these dudes have. I'm just, in general, I'm gonna, just for their whole alignment, just to make it easier. So I'm gonna go to the character section here real quick. And I hope to gob that these dudes are cool. Alright. So I've got to roll a d10. Let's hope that they're cool. All right. I rolled a 3. 3 means they're lawful evil, son of a bitch. Way to go. These guys are definitely out for blood. So now that we know that these guys are, if these guys are cool or not, we know they are not. I gotta roll surprise. Now, judging the fact that these guys are definitely lawful evil, will probably be hostile. I can guarantee that now. I am sure that they will, depending on how things go, I have to figure out what one of these, what the magic users, this magic user is likely to have. Because, the thing is, we have a lantern, I don't know if they have a lantern. Most obviously, if it's a human party, they definitely have a light source. I just got to figure out if they're using a light source or they're using magical light sources. So I'm going to roll real quick on the magic user table. Let's see what spells this bozo has. Also, at level 3, this dude has... How many spells does he have on him? He's got 2 first level and 1 second level. So he's very dangerous. But how dangerous? We'll find out. Okay, so a D30. I'm going to just roll these twice. Let's see. So 1. So this dude, so evil magic user has effect normal fires and has dancing lights. He also has read magic, obviously, which is a requirement. And he also has... We can't have dancing lights again. So let me re-roll that. 8 and 6. He's gonna have detect magic and erase. Uh-oh. And then he probably learned, so that's probably the other 2 he learned. And then of course, for his second level spell, he has Darkness 15 Radius. Okay, so he has... I'm going to say because it's... These guys are obviously traveling on the ground, they have a light source. We're going to encounter each other, but it's a dungeon distance. I'm going to say it's going to be that plus 4, so 7. So they're 70 squares away. So they see us right here. We travel this way, so they're 70 squares away. As to where they are, because according to... So part of this encounter too is check again to see what lies ahead, so direction of monster's approach can be determined. So we get to roll on this again. It's another 20. Can't do that again. 2. So continue straight. So this is actually going to continue for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right here. So these guys, I'm going to say, are right at the end of this hall. But also, as is, because this is going off the thing. So these dudes are at like... Drop my eraser. This is tough because now these dudes are essentially at this far end of the hallway, and this is a scary situation. And now I just gotta figure out where they're gonna go from here. So 70 feet away. There's no surprise because we can obviously see each other's light. So I guess now we're gonna turn this into an encounter. See what we're gonna do. So before we start the encounter, I gotta figure out what each of these guys are doing on what both parties are gonna do. So I'm gonna see the character party probably sees that they greatly outnumber them, is probably going to approach them. I'm gonna roll one of these. 1 to 2, they're gonna be hostile and approach. I'm gonna say 4 to 6, they're gonna try to parlay. And then on my team, they're gonna see that there's another group ahead of them. It sounds like there's probably a lot, so they're probably gonna turn tail and run. Or maybe not. I mean, if they see another group of humans, and it's a group of 2 humans and elves, and an elf and a half elf, most likely they're gonna also parlay. So let's see who gets the parlay first. So I always pick the blue die or the darker die as the team, and then the lighter die is opposition. So they get the drop. They're gonna immediately question us from far away. They're gonna say, "Hark, who goes there?" And our team will just explain that we're just a bunch of humble explorers, hoping that not to get hurt, or just exploring their dungeon, hoping asking what they may have seen back up that way. Lawful evil people. What the fuck happened? What do you mean? What the fuck happened? Oh, Tarumo, you're actually at the beginning of this thing. This, if you're referring to this right here, this is their starting HP. No one's gotten hurt yet, but I will say this. Right now, there is an encounter, and like at the end of this hall here, and over here, actually no, let's see, they're right here. End of the hall are a group of like 9 other adventurers who are lawful evil, and like this much feet away are like they're trying to figure like so they're it's a meeting of the minds. Okay. Specifically, how would a lawful evil character act? Creatures of this alignment are great respecters of laws and strict order, but life, beauty, truth, freedom, and the like are held as valueless or at least scorned. By adhering to stringent principle, those lawful evil alignment hope to impose their yoke upon the world. So, oh boy, they're gonna. So these dudes get to get to go first because they hold the initiative, and they're gonna question my character team, and they're gonna pretty much say like, if you're coming this like who goes there, they're questioning each other essentially. And I think because these dudes, because they see them as no threat, there's a part of me that wonders if like these lawful evil characters would pretty much like, if they're coming back this way, it makes me think that they're probably coming back from just exploring some stuff. So they're probably going to tell these dudes to just like, there's nothing for you to besiege here. Get out. We call dibs on this place. And I think our characters would be like, yeah, sure, and probably go back the other way. Unless, oh shit, I got a paladin on my team, and this dude can detect evil. So, and he also has the highest charisma, so he's at the front, while his brother, the cleric, is right behind him, and the elves are right behind them. So, oh boy. This has already become a conflict. But also they're outnumbered, so I think for now, they're going to just tell them like, well, we don't mean any harm, we'll move out of your way. We'll go back the way we came. And then I think we'll find out if that's okay by rolling on these percentiles. 76 plus his charisma. Also, what do you mean? What do you mean by that, Taruma? Why do you seem so shocked to walk in on this stream with what you're watching here? Nice. So he's got a 30% to whatever the reaction is. It's already pretty high. It's like 76, so it's 106. So, according to encounter reactions, 76 means they were friendly and immediate action, plus the 30% from the paladin's charisma bonus. Enthusiastically friendly, immediate acceptance. So they're gonna let us go. How much did I miss? Like I said, you just walked in. We're still at the beginning. Right now, these bozos. So it's a team of 4 bozos. Robert, the human cleric, his brother Alexandre, the human paladin, Azalea, the half-elf cleric ranger, and then Vixen, the elven magic user thief. They just have been exploring this dungeon. They're barely getting up here, and all of a sudden they just encountered a group of 9 adventurers, 4 of which are like 3 fighters and a magic user. They're all level 3. They're all evil, but the paladin just talked his way out of letting them go. And just like, hey, how about you let us go, and we'll pretend we never saw you guys. So, and what I just rolled, just like, yeah, sure, get out of here. don't ever don't ever let us see you again. So now they're gonna go back. So that encounter is over. It wasn't really too stressful. So they're gonna head back. They got it. So one thing about doors in AD&D is that if you don't spike it open, you don't find a way to keep doors open. They close by themselves. So now these dudes have to roll to get these doors open. Lucky they didn't go too far with that door. So this door, Paladin fails. His brother fails. The elves manage to get it open. They go back through here. Let's try that again. This time the Paladin and the Cleric managed to get it open. So they're back over here. They know there's a bad party coming down that way. Or there's like a party that seems kind of intimidating coming that way. So they're going to go this way instead. So they're going to go to this corner here. And it's a fork. I'm trying to figure out what way to go. So I'm going to roll myself a little d4 here. On a 3 and 4, they go to their right. 1 and 2, they go left. 3 and 4. They're going to go this way. So now that we're over here. By the way, if that did become a fight, that would have been a TPK. There's no doubt about that. So now I get to find out what's up beyond that room. So with 4, there is a door. But where is the door? Right ahead. Perfect. So this does close right here. And that becomes a door. Now, what lies beyond that door, though? Actually, before I do that, the elf Vixen, she's gonna listen in. She doesn't hear anything. Well, specifically though, could there be some kind of monster? No. So, what lies beyond this door? Let's find out. Hold on. So now on a 1, a parallel passage. Or a 10 by 10 room if a door is straight ahead. Okay, cool. So it is a 10. So just a little ass room right here. Nice. So with nothing hearing, with her not being able to hear anything, I'm gonna say. Well, they gotta find out this door is locked. So, and it is locked. So she has to find out if she can open it. No, she cannot. She can't pick it. So they're gonna head back down this way. So what a waste of time. And now, luckily there's no wandering monsters. So they're gonna go back here, and they're gonna hold up this way. Now, what's at the end of that hall though? I rolled a 10. A side passage. Side passages there. So that means this one is a 4-way intersection. So cool. Great, more options. The worst part about doing this weird solo dungeon is like it's why I said that like a wizard lived here. You know, it's under a wizard tower. So now they got too many options. So let's roll d4 again, see where they go. They're gonna go straight ahead. So they continue another 4. Damn it. I feel like a friggin' toddler when I don't draw straight lines. Alright, there we go. At the end of that hall, what do they find here? 10. There's another side passage. Holy shit. So side passages. What did I get this time? 12. The passage T's. So it goes this way. Again, more choices. Left or right? Right. We go down this way another 30 feet. What do we get here? 19 is a trick or a trap. The passage continues, check again in 30 feet. So what's the trick here? 11 as 9 above, so it's a 20 by 20 elevator room. Party has entered door directly ahead and is in room. Descends 1 level and will not ascend for another 30 turns. Great. So that means party entered a room. They did not know it. Like this. Door closed behind them and they went down a level. So this is nice. So that means that this one I gotta mark down as second thing. Technically this is, well, that's, no, don't mark that. This will be 3. Cool. So 2 is an elevator room. Elevator room. Also, to room, if you're still there, Tav told me that you guys had like a pretty cool little RP session last night with your characters. So told me that your character's waifu got herself her pilot license back. I'm happy for her. But descends 2 to 5 levels, sorry, and 1 upon entering, and 1 additional level each time, and a successful attempt at opening the door is made. Until it descends as far as it can, this will not ascend for another 60 turns. Jesus Christ. Let's see. You could say it was cool, but it was not. Or I was not. Debatable. So how many times did we... Alright, so... Ascends 2 to... 1 upon entering, and 2 to 5, and then 1... So this descends up to 4 levels. Or descends 4 levels. Sheesh. Hold on. What do you mean not... What do you mean not cool? I underestimated. Let's see. I underestimated several outside factors, which ended up with me being Mimir. Tav told me that it was just a simple RP session with you fellas. You're trying to tell me that Veneer slept. His baby mama was getting her pilot's license. Because I know Tav. If you look at the comments. Or in the chat, Tav mentioned that Takashi is still going through his shonen hero depression arc, and then while Cobalt is going through her shoujo love triangle arc. So, also I would like I wish Saber were here so he could tell me how he and Tav are hoping to rehabilitate and Niles' character after I have ruined him for the rest of his life. All right, so now, they go down a level. So technically, they're gonna go down. I'm gonna take the. I'm gonna take the. I remember all of us meeting up. I remember all up to us meeting Tavura, and then me as an IRL went Mimir. Oh no! Oh, you slept during the session. Classic. It's all right. Tav has done that before. Don't feel too bad. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, I'm writing down where level 2 is. So, alright, so technically, this is what I'm looking at here. So, party is now technically level 1 on this stage here. They're going to try to open up that door, each one. Oh wait, every unsuccessful attempt, so I got to keep track of this, alright. So, cool. They open the door and the elevator goes down another level. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Level 3. Let's find out if they can go. If they can open it. All right. Let's let the strong one off. They'll have the same chances. So, let's see if the paladin can do it. Because the cleric tried the first time. Nope. Going down to level 4 now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Good to know that these losers cannot open a door. Let's give it up for. Let's see. How many levels is that then? 2. It goes down 4 levels. 3 levels. So here's level 4. This is the last level. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1. They finally did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, cool. Cool. They're at. That's the first. So they open that door, and ahead lies for 30 feet, same as before. Actually, no. I shouldn't be doing that. What's on the other side of this door? Let's roll. Okay, that one was 18. On the other side of that door is a room. So immediately after that, there's a room. Okay. 2. It's a 10 by 10 room. So immediately right there at this. I don't want to do it too. So. Well, I mean, also, well, back to you, Tarumo. It sounds like there wasn't much. I mean, I don't want to sound disparaging or whatever, but I mean, at least you got the important parts of it. I mean, like I said, I mean, based off what Tav said, it sounded like you pretty much just missed the part where you missed out a bunch of anime adventure tomfoolery. So don't feel too bad, I guess. The important part is that your character's baby mama got her driver's license back, or her pilot license back after the incident. So, all right, what's in this? So let's keep going with this room here. Number of exits, 14. 1, perfect. Where it at? 3, opposite wall, even more perfect. This room just straight up is a regular ass room. Tiny room. Tiniest room of them all. My question is, what's in this room? Oh, actually, exit direction first. First and foremost. Well, they'll find it out after, but there's another trick and trap in this room. Cool. And the trick is 18. Door falls forward, causing 1d10 hit points, or stone falls from ceiling, causing 2d20 hit points of damage to each person failing his saving throw versus petrification. Cool. Alright. How do I want to handle this? I'm going to leave it up to the dice. Because either way, door falls forward causing 2d10 or still. So 1 through 3 it's the first one. 4 through 6 it's the stone that crushes everyone. So oh, thank God. Alright, so it's the door falls forward causing 1d10 hit 1d10 hit points. Perfect. Love that. I am so happy that that got sorted out. All right. Let's see, and from what I heard, it all worked out for Takashi. I had something I was going to RP and try to bring him out of his depression initially. See, this is what has me kind of excited now that Tav wants to bring me back in how many returns has that been? Sorry. Now that Tav's going to bring me back into the game. Let's see. And that's the fact that, like, now Morgan gets to come into this thing being like, what happened to you guys? Look how much you've grown. Look how much you've gotten sad. Cool. Let's see. All right. Now. Because also, I know Morgan is going to change quite drastically in the oncoming. Well, not drastically. He's not going to like have like a whole friggin' character change. But I know for game reasons, he has not been keeping up on his rangerin', so he's focused his skills elsewhere. Let's see, door. Of damage. Alright. Let me roll for some extra dressing on this room, just to see what's in here. Or rather, before... My characters have the searcher. I'm not going to roll on it yet. So, how would this... So, let's see. Door falls outward. Not forward. Falls outward. Causing... So, I'm going to interpret that as the door behind or the door in front. It's a 10-foot room. I'm thinking... Because it's not a trapdoor, it's a door, so... I'm thinking it's the door that they literally just... Probably the door that they just walked out of. So... No, I'm gonna say it's probably the door that I'm gonna say it's probably the door that like that's probably in front of them. No, there's no door there. So it's the door behind them. Okay, so the way I like to do traps is that it's if it's a 1 to 2 chance that it, or how do you do traps? 1 to 3, 6. Okay, so I'm just gonna do. Huh. Interesting. I'm reading this thing right now, figuring out how these traps activate. Some of them straight up give you a number that you gotta roll. For example, if you rolled a pit, you got a 3 in 6 chance to fall in. Upon entering, let's see. Wall behind slides across, blocking it from let's see, and then oil. So it gives you saves. So there's another, like all the ones that are pits, 3 and 6 to fall in. But then you have stuff like arrow traps and spear traps that say 1 to 3 arrows, 1 in 20 is poisoned. Gas. Party has detected it but must breathe it in to continue along corridors that cover 60 feet ahead. Mark map accordingly regardless of turning back or not. Door falls outward, as I just said that one. Illusionary wall concealing 8 a pit. Pit above. Shoot below. Or chamber with monster. Concealing 8. So. And then shoot down. How do I want to adjudicate this? Alright, let's see. Because it sounds like it just happens. Like we just encountered a trap. You know? That's the thing. Doesn't really give us any chances to, let's see, to like figure out if we die or not. Or if somebody's gonna get mega murdered. Especially since like the marching order, the way I like to think about it is, if it's the humans are in front with the paladin, followed by the cleric, followed by the thief, and I would say the ranger at the very behind. Like have like the squishiest guy probably be in the middle. That's the way I would do it. But in my head, for some reason, I always think the thief goes in the very back. But also they're the magic user, so something can come up behind them, so they're right in the middle. I think I'm gonna do the same thing. Also, this illusionary wall concealing 8, which is a pit. 6, 7 to 10, 11 to 20. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm reading this weird. It's out. Okay. Time to see if these dudes die or not. So I'm gonna use the same thing because it sounds like I'm supposed to just kill these guys. Versus, because there's like I said, there's no real chance to have these dudes survive or not. So yeah, I'm just gonna roll damage. Let's see. So they're walking forward, and the door right behind the ranger, right behind Azalea, who is the beefiest, it falls right on top of her, and does a total of 10 damage. So the full damage. So Azalea now is at -3. So she is mega hurt. So the crew walks forward, and immediately Azalea gets crushed by a door. Now, in combat, according to the rules, if a character gets reduced to 0, they fall unconscious, but every round, they lose 1 hit point until they lose 10 hit points, negative hit points, in which case they die. So between when they fall unconscious and between -10, they are essentially dying of their wounds. For those of you who are familiar with 5e, what this usually means is that you have like until 10 rounds to stabilize them. Now, a round is a minute in Advanced D&D in First Edition. So, as they were walking in, they have within a turn, which is 10 minutes, to stabilize her. So as soon as the game gives you, the Dungeon Master's Guide gives you rules for essentially for saving characters as soon as they get hurt, right here. So it is unconscious until in each of succeeding rounds, and additional negative hit points will be lost until -10 is reached, and the creature dies. Such loss and death are caused from bleeding, etc., etc., etc. A character brought to 0 or fewer hit points and then revived will remain in a coma for 1d6 turns. Thereafter, he or she must rest for a full week minimum. So I've never run into a situation where a character got hurt, reduced to 0. Well, there's been like a trap or something, and in my head, because of the way -10 works, it sounds mostly like a thing to do in combat. So during combat, sometime before the round, before it ends, before you guys have to rest up and recover from combat, essentially take a breather from combat, like post-combat or pursuit, you have to reach a character and help them. Versus, I think in this situation, the characters have up until the end of the next turn to help them. So I'm going to say I'm going to rule this is that the characters, so that first turn when they walk through and trigger the trap, the door falls on Azalea, and immediately before the end of the next turn, the characters have to stabilize her, give her aid. So because that is Vixen's homegirl, she immediately is going to try to pull out Azalea, asking the little religion brothers to help her out. They're lawful good, so they probably should. And they're going to immediately give her aid. So that means she does not die automatically. I could be wrong about this. Maybe I'm being a little too lenient, but she now has 0 HP for now. I am wondering now, though. Oh yeah, that's right. So she gets to be in a coma for 1 turn. So they have until the end of the next turn before she wakes up. The cleric, Robert, did not prepare spells. I forgot to give him spells, so this idiot just went into the dungeon with no spells. He ain't got no spells on him. So they're gonna have to figure a way to go back upstairs because this thing is not. They're stuck down here, so they have to keep going forward and have to essentially take off Azalea's um, chainmail and stuff for them to move forward. So Azalea is going to lose all of her belongings. So because when you after you almost die, your character is so weak from almost dying that they cannot carry burdens. And for me, a burden essentially is anything that like causes encumbrance. So she can't carry anything that is like past 35 pounds. So this is very bad. She's in a very very bad way right now. Like yikes. This is right off the bat. We're in it. Boy oh boy. Let's see. These guys are mega broke too. They've got like no money. So, Zalia, what have you done? So they gotta get rid of her chainmail. They're gonna get rid of her backpack. That means her like rations and everything. I think they're gonna toss her rations and her rope and her. Actually, let's see. Her encumbrance right now is 700. So 700 minus is still 40, but she's a little stronger. So, boy. So while she recovers, they figure out to see if okay, and there's no wandering monsters nearby. Nice. They have to figure out what she can and can't carry. So right off the bat, I think. Let's see. Definitely that. Let's see. Then I think the scimitar is like 30 pounds. I mean, she can't fight anyways. Is the worst part is that like now that she's been like grievously harmed, she can't even fight. So she's literally a lodestone right now. So this is the kind of intensity like that you have to deal with in this game. So let's see. So that's 20 plus 25 plus 100 plus I think 50 plus 40 plus 40 plus. All right. If she ditches her chainmail for sure, because that's already a thing. Her chainmail. If she ditches her chainmail, she's at the she's at like the limit for how much she can carry. So they take off. So they're gonna take off her her chainmail. They're gonna leave it behind, and she's gonna be able to carry everything else. Rations, iron, weak, and then I almost call it too soon here. All right, water, because I just checked how much she can carry extra. So, and then sack large. Wow, right off the bat. So that turn ends and she's back to like 1 HP. And with take off her panties? No! Well, that's going too far. How much do you think like her underwear is going to even like be like that? What kind of encumbrance is that? So, while her homegirl is like checking after her, I'm going to say that the two humans, Alexander and Robert, are going to look around to see what kind of digs are in this like tiny 10-foot room. So they look around and I can't even, bro. This ain't Skyrim where you can just leave a character nude. I mean, you could, but I would not recommend it. So in general, so there's a small puddle of water, and there's a bed in here, and a scroll. Cool. The 5-pound underwear. That's some. How does it even stay on, Terumo? Explain that. You're so smart. Both of you guys are so smart. What does 5-pound underwear even look like? Let's see. Puddle of water, bed with scroll. Immediately, Cleric Boy's going to look at the scroll. I'm going to give this like a 1 in 20 chance that is a magic scroll. Because that is 5-pound chastity belt. She is a ranger. So. And she does wear a girdle. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I said a 1 in 20 chance it's a magic scroll. I am upset at how the fact that actually worked. So these dudes get a chance. Also, they're so deep in the dungeon now. They're like 5 levels deep. They don't know it. So they get a goddamn scroll. Must be nice. Hopefully it's one of some goddamn use. I really hope it's like useful. Actually, be great. Okay. Wish me luck, fellas. 43. It has 5 spells. And the range is between 1 through 6. So one problem though. Or not. Hold on. The armored underwear gives types you see in Soul Calibur games. Okay. So I rolled 43. That gives me 5 spells. 1 through 6. As if I could ever make that mistake. And it seems that 30% of all scrolls are clerical nature, and 25% of all clerical scrolls are druidical. 10% of all magic user scrolls are illusionist. This applies only to scrolls 1 through 6 above. Asterisk numbers indicate clerical spell levels. Interesting. Asterisk numbers indicate. Cool. So that means I get to roll to see what kind of scrolls these are. Now, are these magical or clerical? Because if they're magical, the cleric who did not prepare spells will be able to help. If they're not magical, then... Or if they're not clerical, then that means the magic user, the aka Vixen, will not be able to cast them. Because I'm sure that chick did not prepare read magic. I think she prepared... What did she bone up on? Oh, she prepared sleep. Cool. Alright, let's see. 10. So they are magical. Very nice. Interesting. So, I gotta write down 5 cleric spells. Nice. Or 5 magic user spells. 5. Let's see. 5 spells. So we're gonna get magic user. That's gonna be, what's our first spell though? 5th level. We're in trouble already. 2nd level, 3rd, 6th. Another 6. These are way above what she can. Just give me one. Just give me one first. I mean, she can't even. Okay, 4. Cool. This is. This will be worth a lot. But it will not. It. Man. This is a insane situation we've got here. She can't even read these yet, so she does not know what's on them. But I know the levels of spells on them, so that's all that's important. Oh boy. Okay, so they're gonna continue on. Boy. This is not how I was expecting this game to go. So they continue on for about. What's the? Oh yeah, the exit. I forgot to roll the exit. Okay. How's this thing exit? 15. Another trap. No, that would be so awful if it were another trap. Straight ahead. Cool. And then what's the width of this passage? 4. So still 10. So it goes on for about another 30 feet. And when they hit here, what do they run into? 11. Passage turns. Check width and check, let's see, 10. Passage with the left, 45 degrees behind. Okay. So left 135. Okay, wow. So it goes on like this. So immediately like that. How wide is this thing though? 15. Oh great! I rolled one of the stupid special passages. Cool. So special passages. It's 40 feet wide with columns down the center. Very nice. So immediately this is going to look like this then. 2, 3, 4. No, 4. We go. This is one of the harder ones to draw. This is also Sex Toy Johnny Boy. Okay. I did not imagine I would see you here. But also now that I realize why you would even suggest that. So, alright, cool. It's gonna look something like this, I guess. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, so it looks something like this. These little dots are the columns. So they're gonna turn and see this huge, wide passageway with these columns like in the middle, and they're just gonna be like really like, what the hell is this? So they're gonna go down it a few more steps. I was trying to be funny on the internet, and you succeeded. You succeeded. Congratulations. I hope you feel better about yourself. All right, Mr. My character could not turn undead. I shouldn't be making fun of you, man. You did your best during that session. You did your best. Okay, so they walk down. And do they encounter any monsters? No, luckily they do not. Cool. They're going to continue on. And they're going to go to, what's the next location? 20. It is a wandering monster. Nice. So now, because we're on the 5th level of this dungeon, That's a low blow. I lost my damn throat. Yeah, but you did think that you had your like head ripped off for a second though. You thought your head got ripped off. It was like, no, you got your throat ripped off. I'll say this though, I was really wondering like if I kill if I kill at like I was wondering to see what everyone's reaction would be the first time I would kill their characters. I was wondering like is I know I know Ragnar's player was very attached and had this like big idea of like how much he's like the main character almost like he's like the leader here, you know. And then you have Sivich as like, and we're talking about our AD&D campaign I mentioned earlier in the stream. I was wondering just like okay, who is going to take it the most personal or the hardest with their character being dead? And my first thought was, I know Nuke has been like had this like feeling of like, oh, I have 2 hit points, I'm gonna die any minute now, versus everyone else who has like full hit points. But I'm surprised at how well Ragnar's player took it. If that means anything. So okay, 31. Who's gonna kill us on fuck. Oh, Lucrata. So Jesus Christ, Lucrata. Alright, 2 Lucratas, cool. Me, oh, okay, fine. Like, look, to be fair, I don't think, I think you had, like, I told you from the beginning that I genuinely thought that, like, your character would be, how can I say this? I genuinely thought that your character would be like, was gonna like, despite everything, I flipped my. To be fair, everything that happened with you has been building up. Okay, we had to catch up other people watching. Sex Toy Johnny Boy's character, this Darby, a half elf cleric thief, had a pretty good job. Had been doing a pretty good job. The first time, our first session, he fell in a pit and got hurt. Fine. He got out and he was okay, and he got some extra rewards. And then their second delve into the dungeon, he ended up getting. He saw a room full of gas. He prayed to his god to see if like to give him the strength to go forward, and he ended up not. He ended up getting hurt by the gas. Lost pretty much almost all of his life points. Like he was down to 2 hit points, and he had a large crisis in faith. And with that being said, he'd kind of watched one of his fellow players essentially be like loved by his god, and obviously that would affect a lot of things, you know. So when it came time to fight more zombies or more undead, poor Nazdarby tried to invoke his faith to tell these undead to get the hell out of here, and it ended up working. But he saw one of his companions die, and then before he could get in, and as he tried to save him by shoving his holy symbol down his throat, he had it spit it back up at him, and then said friend who became a horrible undead creature attacked him, succeeded, and killed him in 1 hit. So, but don't worry, you didn't die alone. You also, I mean, your Sivich died right after you. So, I mean, the bad guys just rolled better than you that day. You know, like you suffered a crisis of faith, and it only got exacerbated more. So, you know, it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. It's why I always say, like, I warned you guys. I died in battle. You died in honorable battle. Not only did you die in battle, you died doing what you think was best. You thought that maybe if you the combination of shoving your holy symbol down the throat of your beloved fellow cleric, as well as putting down that horrible concoction, would create would maybe result in another miracle. It did not. So we're fighting a Lucrata, and this is what it looks like. We encounter two of these guys. We see two of these guys down, or two of these guys meet us in the dungeon. They have 6 hit die, so they're gonna be hard. So this is gonna be tough. So here's what a Lucrata does. This weird creature haunts deserted and desolated places, for it is so ugly most other creatures cannot bear the sight of it. The body of a Lucrata resembles that of a stag, its tail being rather lion-like, and its legs end in cloven hooves. Its head is that of a huge badger, but instead of teeth, it has sharp, jagged, bony ridges. This monster is very sly and can imitate the voice of a man or woman. They will do this to trick prey to approach within attack distance. When retreating, the Lucrata can kick backwards with both hooves, causing 1d6 hit points of damage with each that hits. The monster speaks the language of its alignment as well as the common tongue. So it talks. It's a talking monster. Valhalla, I am here. You know what? I'm sure your god probably has accepted you. Said, you died well. You died wonderfully. Welcome to heaven, my son. On the bright side, I think your character's dad's going to be showing up to see what happened to his son. Maybe you guys will be reunited. Alright, so I'm assuming this thing can see in the dark, because I think all monsters see in the dark in dungeons. So this is going to depend whether or not oh boy. This is going to depend whether or not we are surprised. So let's find out if our team is surprised. 6. We're not surprised, so we see this thing. Or at least we can hear it, possibly. Now, I have to roll to see what's ahead of this thing, though. 17. What is 17? Stairs. Oh. Stairs. Gotta roll on this again. 1. Goes down another level. 1 in 20 chance that has a door. 9. No door. So, that means since these stairs, do I check the width? Or I think they're just the same width as this thing, so. Oh boy, so here we go. I'm gonna do 2 here, and then 2 here. Wow. So you're gonna just see these stairs go like this. Wow. So we're right here. Or rather, we are right here. Somewhere. This monster is going to be like 20 feet away from us. Like somewhere right here. Our lantern. Ochani will live long and prosper. Ochani has 1 hit point. I'm going to be so proud if Ochani lives beyond his 1 hit point, because that will be fantastic. Here's the thing, man. I want to see Ochani live. I want to see I always side with the 1 hit point bozos, because I genuinely want to see the 1 hit point dummies like live the most, because they literally have like the most, like the least, like they're the underdogs. The 1 hit point dudes are the underdogs, and everybody loves the underdog. Let me just fix these stairs real quick. So I want Ochani to live, but that's not up to me though. Well, kind of is and it isn't. Alright, that's the best I'm going to do with those stairs. So they go down. Somewhere around here are 2 Lucratas. We're not surprised. We see them. We see the Lucratas. We see two Lucratas. Between them, they can have anywhere between... They have like 6 plus 1 hit die. They're way stronger than our party for sure. And we cannot even like go back up the stairs. Like we're stuck, man. Our only choice is to go down. We have to like dodge them. This is tough. Because we're stuck. This goddamn floor only goes down one way. You know what? I think also we have a burden on us. And we move. She can only move half as slow, so she walks as fast as the guys in the tanked up armor. So I am leaning towards throwing a sleep spell on these fools. I just want to make sure that the sleep spell is gonna work. Because now you get to watch me. So maybe you watching me, Johnny boy. Maybe you might see my characters all die, because one of my characters already got crushed by a door, and almost died, and now the other three get to deal with like these two badger monsters. So let's see. When a magic user casts this sleep spell, he or she will cause a comatose slumber to come upon one or more creatures. All creatures to be affected by the sleep spell must be within 30 feet or three diameter circle. The number of creatures must be affected, which can be affected, is a function of their life energy is expressed by hit die and hit points. So this is tough. They cannot be affected by this, but she doesn't know it, so I'm going to say the elf is going to try to put these bastards to sleep. Pray death upon all your kin. You might see it, okay? Because, like, here's the thing. I have to think in two ways. I have to think, one, in me not as the character. I have to think as how I would as a player encounter this. Like, I don't know that Lucratas, these badger monsters are super tough. So right now, this creature, like, they just see two creatures. These dudes could either think like, yeah, we'll just go fight them, whatever. Versus, I think the elf, I feel like, is going to try to put them to sleep for an easy kill. And I think she's going to find out that it's not going to work. Because I think it only goes up to like 4 plus 4 hit die monsters. So, meanwhile, I think the two brothers are gonna like lead. She's gonna hold down to see if like her spell will put these monsters to sleep, and then the two humans and the half elf are gonna make their way towards the stairs, just in case it's gonna follow. They're gonna follow, and then the Lucrata on a between 1 and 1 to 3. They're gonna charge. 5 to 6, they're going to approach. 1, they're gonna charge. So they're gonna charge. They don't get to roll initiative. Are they gonna charge at the elf, or are they gonna charge at the humans? So humans, elf. The higher one gets the higher one, so let's see what this first dude. Okay. She got lucky that one, but what about the second dude? She got very lucky. So, Rob, Al, Azza, and Vix, yeah. They're all gonna die. I feel it. But these two Lucrana are gonna attack the two humans. So they're going... So in this first round, the Lucrata run at, because they're like right here. The Lucrata are right here. They're gonna run at the two humans to attack them. So here's the first one. And what are their ACs again? This could be the end of the game right here. This could be the end of the stream right here. All right, so Azalea has no AC because they had to get rid of her chainmail. But Rob and Al have 4 and 4 as their AC. So let's see what this first Lucrata does against Robert. 5. Does 5 hit them? According to my chart. So 4 AC. It does not. That first attack misses Rob. And you only get 1 attack per turn. But what about Al? Al the Paladin. Aladin. 14. That one does hit Al. The mighty Paladin gets hit. But hold on. Hold on. I think Paladins do have... What is the alignment of the Lucrata? Because this could be a big help. They're chaotic evil. So, this could actually be the deal changer here. Okay, so they make all their saving throws at +2, immunity to all forms of disease. They also have a lay on hands. I forgot about that. And they have a continuing emanation from the protection of evil spell around them. So, perhaps Al has a chance. Maybe it's not going to be so bad. Protection from evil. The creature and any saving throws caused by such attacks are made at a +2. So they have a -2 from evil creatures. So technically it's a 12. Does a 12 hit? Is a 12 high enough to hit his? Yes, it is. Don't even have to check. He's still going to get hurt. Alright. Al? Wait. Or maybe not. How long are their weapons? Oh, they have the longer weapons, actually. So, actually, we got their hits. Let's see if they hit first. 18. And their thing is armor class 4. 18 for Al. That's enough to hit. Perfect. What about the cleric? No, so that's a double miss. So, we're going to find out how much damage these dudes do to each other. So, 3 to 18, that's 3 d6s, man. Versus a 1d8. How much does a 1d8 do to Al? Okay. Al hurts 1 Lucrata for 2 damage. Al has 2 HP. Lucratas at the lowest do this much. So that Lucrata hits him for 7 damage plus 4, 11 damage total. Al gets taken down. Because it's the max that he can go down while he's unconscious. So he's down to -3. So he's down. His brother just watched his other brother. So his brother just watched him get, beaten up. Just get kicked to death. Get bitten to death by this horrible badger deer monster. Now, Vixen gets to try her spell. So she's going to fire off. Yes! You prayed for that. I knew you did. Will her sleep spell help? So Al is down. Let's see. So it's range. So it's within range. All creatures must be. Let's see. Unfortunately, they're also right around her friends, so they're definitely going to get knocked out by this spell. Area of effect is determined by the range and area centered. Let's see. Component. So she pulls out some rose petals from her component pouch, and she shut up, Johnny boy. She pulls out rose petals from her pouch and begins to cast her spell. She watches in horror as the two Lucrata, these two creatures, charge and attack her friends. Al, or her party mates. She sees the paladin get taken down in one fell swoop by one, while the other one misses. But is this enough? So up to one. While she tries to cast her sleep spell. She does all the vocal and somatic and material components. She pulls out her rose petals. She waves them around and says the magic words. But the spell fails. They're too strong for the spell. So she just wasted her one spell slot. Goddamn. So now that's the end of that turn. And now we go into the next round. And oh boy, this is going to be the hard part. Writing down some stuff here. Okay. Now, one thing, the way AD&D works over other versions is, we, like I said before, I have to figure out, before we even roll initiative, I have to figure out what we're all doing. So, Azalea's right next to her friends. She watched all this go down. Lucrata are right next. They're just, one of them is already down. I'm thinking the Lucrata is probably going to... Yeah, I think the Lucrata is probably going to attack Azalea because she looks the weakest and they're evil. The other one's probably going to finish off that. Vixen is a neutral good character, but also she's not dumb. Like, as much as Azalea is her homegirl, I feel like the smart thing for her to do is maybe to, like, dip. So I think what she's gonna do... What does she have on her? I think she's gonna book it. Yeah. I think she's gonna take her chances, because this is now just, like, looking bad. Or better yet, you know what? I think she's gonna, like, if one of these Lucrata is gonna attack her friend, she's gonna try to make a move to try to attack that monster, and if it doesn't work, next round she's gonna book it. Meanwhile, what's his name is gonna try to, like, keep fighting this monster. All right, no, actually, I think the smart thing to do would be to run away. They're all gonna run away. The monsters are gonna keep on trying to fight. So we'll see if we get higher, we get a chance to run away. But if we don't, then I think the only character who can run away is going to be Azalea. Or Vixen. Okay, 5 for the monsters, 4 for us. We don't get the chance to run away. So, let's find out how this goes this time. So now, the Lucrata is going to attack Robert. Does an 11 hit a 4? The answer is... yes. Yes, it does. And you're going to take 8 plus 10. So, Robert is down as well. He was literally just going to die right away from that one. And also because the round is still going, Alexandra is now at -4. Now, Azalea has, like, no armor. So the only way this other monster can literally hit her is if, like, he rolls, or it rolls like a 6 or lower. So if it's like a 5, it'll stop. If If it's a 6 or higher, she's a fucking dead. She's dead. So let's see. 7. I don't even have to calculate damage because the lowest amount these monsters do is like 3. So like for sure, like just for fun, 7, 6. That's 13. So she's also down to like back to -3 again. So she's mega. She's like gonna die again. So Vixen books it, and she goes down the stairs. What she finds down the stairs, though, we're about to find out. So all those dudes died, except for Vixen. Vixen made it out alive. Vixen's speed is 9, and the Lucrata speed is, I think, 12. So, yeah, there you go. You got your wish, Johnny. It was almost a whole total party kill. Their move is 18. They can move twice as fast. But will they, though? So, she moves down the stairs to the next level, to level 6 of this dungeon. And we're about to find out if they follow, if they don't. Because I feel like because they're like intelligent and they probably eat other creatures, they're probably going to eat her friends. So I'm thinking it's probably a 2 out of 8. So I think it's a 2 out of 8 chance. 7? Okay, they're going to stay behind. They're not, but she doesn't know that. Okay. What does she find down the stairs? 15. A chamber. What kind of chamber? 5. It is a 30 by 30 size chamber. So, boy, that was painful to witness. God. Here, enjoy these dice while I figure out where exactly these guys were. 8. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So 9 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, cool. Nice. You got your wish. Alright. So, here's the room she's finding herself in. And then the stairs go up this way. So, but there's big stairs, so they actually kind of go up in a little weirder way here. It's a weird room. 1, 2, 3. The hard part is finding ways that these stairs work, because I gotta essentially make them work like this, you know. Let's see. Yeah, it's too low. See, this is the fun. This is the hard part about this. Oh, actually, no, I got it right. Cool. That one goes down. So it goes down into that thing. Interesting. Well, regardless, it narrows into this kind of room. So, okay, so there we go. There we go. We're back on track. Now this room has what in it though? 4. Thank God it's empty. But how many doors are in there? 11. No doors. Cool. Except unless I check for secret doors, which I'm gonna. If there's no doors at the dead end, there's gotta be a way out. These damn wizards build their shit all the time, like this all the time. So she's gonna go in here. It's still the rounds, so they're not gonna follow, but she's going to look around. She sees it's dark, and she's gonna just kind of hide in shadows. So does that succeed? 23. What are my chances for hiding in shadows? 20. I barely missed it, but I think I did it. So I am now hiding in the shadows. So she's gonna hide there. After like another minute, she realizes that these creatures aren't gonna come down, and she's just gonna continue hiding in this like lower level. So she's gonna essentially rest down there now for one. So because after every encounter and after any kind of strenuous thing, so after 6 rounds, after one encounter, the party has to rest. So chamber. Okay, she's all alone. This sucks. She's all alone and she's like trapped. She has to like find a secret door. And I think she can only find one on like a 1 and 2. So she has like essentially like a 9, like she has like 3 walls. She has a total of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6, 8. She has like 10 squares to find a secret door. She has 10 chances. Boy, fun. Fun times. Okay. So, after no activity from upstairs, she starts to look around to see if there's some way out. There's got to be some way out of here. But she looks around, and what does she see? What does she see around her? 26. What's the general thing that she finds around here? What a sad and intoxicating, and what a horrible way for this game to go. Her whole, like 75% of her party dies. 29. Another damp ceiling. Cool. And any furnishings in here? 25. A padded chair. And chalk. Cool. No exits. Damp. Ceiling. Whoop. I'm tapping this out, guys. Padded. Chair. Piece of chalk. Now the question is, how... Now so now comes the long and hard part. God, why did I immediately think bad things when I said that? Alright, so, first off, first round, she starts looking around to see if she can find any kind of doors. Anything to help her get out. Because otherwise you have to risk going back upstairs knowing that there are some Lucrata back up there. And those things just killed all of her friends. Just like ate them up. So now, I know. See, this is what you guys probably felt when, like, if you're still in there, Johnny boy. I'm sure this is what you felt when you guys were like, or when Nuke and Bartholomew were trying to escape. This turned into survival horror section. Okay, so she's gonna spend this entire turn. She's got 10 tries. So she's right here. She's gonna work her way. So right there, first square. 3, nothing. Second square. There's a door. She found a secret door. First try. Now she's gonna spend the entire next round looking to see if she can find it. And she realizes that by moving the chair, because there's a chair, there's a piece of chalk, and there's the damp ceiling, that's probably gonna be the thing that activates it. You know, you gotta work with what you got. Actually, you know what? Let's roll to see what else is on here. Like, is there something else in here that activates it? Because thorough examination by means to open by, you have to, like, discover the existence of a secret door enables characters to operate it by, let's see. Okay. Let's see if there's anything that will cause it to open. So 78. Let's see. She moves in mysterious ways. No, she sees that there's like a stand there, and she moves it, causing the secret door to open. So. Opposite wall. Okay. So before she opens it, though, because this place is super dangerous, let's find out what's on the other side, though. Will it be a monster? No. But she's going to listen to it, just in case. 94. She puts her ears up to the door, up to this location of the secret door. And she doesn't hear a thing. She opens it. What lies beyond it? What lies beyond this door? Let's roll a d20. 3. A parallel passage, or a 10 by 10 room of doors straight ahead. So it's another room. And this one is 10 by 10. Like this. So, how many doors are there, though? So that's going to be 2. She moves it, so there's going to be 3 exits. I'm guessing it's pretty much, this thing is essentially like a 3-way intersection, so either way. She goes in, but specifically what's in this room, though. Oops. 18. Special, or contains a stairway up 1 level. On the 5. Or up 2 levels, 7 through 8. Down another level, or down 2 levels, or down 3 levels? The thing about special means I can either determine my pencil level or put in what you desire. So special can be literally anything, or it can be stairs. The thing is that there's stairs, or there's 3 exits. How's this? Because there's 3 exits, I'm gonna say there's like stairs that go. There's gonna be stairs for each exit. How's that? So let's see what the first exit will give me. 15, meaning that they go down 2 levels. And that's going to be the one immediately forward. Oh boy, this is like the most this is like the worst dungeon I've like cooked up so far. Cool. So one staircase goes down. What about the one on my right will be 7. Sheesh. Where'd 7 get me? 7 goes up 2 levels. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Heck yeah. So, nice. Ooh. And now the last one. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want. 5. That one goes up 1 level. Okay, cool. So we got 1 that goes down and 2 that go up. Honestly, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so she's gonna look around. Anything else in this room? I want a little bit of flavor for this room, you know? It just can't be empty. 60. It's going to be a javelin head. That's blunt. A blanket. And crucible, whatever the hell that is. Cool. So these are our choices right now. Going up 2 levels, going up what looks like 1 level, so 2 up and 1 down. And obviously because of how bad things have gotten, there's no reason we should go up or go down. Continue to go down. Let me write this down. Let me just type this up. What was it? Porcelain head crucible. What the hell is a crucible, actually? Now that I think about it. Let me double check this, guys. I want to see what a crucible is. And it... Crucible is a ceramic or metal container in which metals or other substances may be melted or subjected to very high temperature. Cool. Now, okay, I see what this thing is. Nice. Very nice. There's no... Like, Vixen is by herself. I think she's going to take the one that's the highest up, but because now she's all by herself... Okay, here's the cool thing about elves in 1st edition D&D. AD&D. Elves, when traveling alone and not in metal armor, or at least ahead of 90 feet of their party, move almost silently. So I get to surprise monsters that I encounter on a 1 in 3 chance out of 6. So I got 3 out of 6 chances on a d6 to surprise a monster. So my chances for now kind of like surviving, I used to play the dodging game. My goal now is to go back upstairs and not die. Essentially, that is my new goal. Only one problem though. Where this goes up, if you do not recall. Oh, maybe it doesn't actually. No, it doesn't. Never mind. I'm good. Cool. All right. Just in case, though, I'm gonna roll to move silently. All right. I think I'm moving silent. So, Vixen moves up stairs and spends the next moves upstairs 40 feet. So, 2 levels. 1 and 2. Now so I'm gonna take my little piece of paper away. And I'm gonna find out where exactly I'm at now. Because because now I have to really figure out where the hell I am now in this place. Because dungeons are notoriously very twisty. So that is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a square right there. 1, 2, 10, 11. And then I'll be at right here. So I'd be up right here, 3 to the right. So this is where I'm at. Well, what is this place, though? Let's find out. 14. What does 14 get? Another chamber. What size, though? 8. 40 by 40 room. Cool. I'm gonna make this work. 40 by 40. It's too big to be 40 by 40. So I'm gonna roll on that again. What does 6 get? 30 by 30. That's more reasonable. That's more reasonable. No, it's still still too big. Okay, rectangle, 20, there we go, 20 by 30. So, sorry, there we go. That's where I was at. So, there we go. That's where I'm at. That's where I came up out of. I came from here. My question is, do I want this to go this way or that way? Well, I would say a rectangle. I'll split the difference. I'll put it right here. So, here we go. Here we go. That's the room. One, two, three, four. One sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is the thing about like making sure things work out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's all right. I'm still good. Cool. So that's where I'm at. Here's room 2. What is room 2? What is room 2? This is level 5. Sorry, level 4. Got my pencil in my mouth. Okay, what's in this chamber though? Alright, first off, how many exits? 1 door. In chamber. Passage in, or 1 door in chamber, passage in room. So it's a chamber, so 1 door. What wall? 16. Right wall. Okay. So to my right. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay. But what's in this 19 is another trick or treat. This is a huge trick house, man. Okay. Oh boy. So this place is full of tricks. And it is 6. There's a pit 10 feet deep. 3 and 6 to fall in. So this could just kill me right here. But where though? Where would the pit be? I got 6 squares to work from. I'm gonna roll a d6. I feel like because it's like a trick, it should be like right at the as soon as you enter. So right? That's how it should be, right? Like in order for it to like be a trap. Because otherwise, if there's like a pit, right, and it's in any of these other corners, it feels like, you know, it feels like it should just, it shouldn't, it just feels like you would just spot it. Like if it's a pit with nothing covering it, right? Give me a sec, guys. it's 3 and 6 to fall in. So part of me, like, logic means that it should be right here at the entrance, versus like rolling a d6 to see which one of these squares it actually is in. You know. How should I proceed on this? Should I just make it right there at the entrance, or should I roll to see which square this falls into? You know what? I'm gonna roll. Because I feel like it should give her... Vixen will never see the light of day. We'll find out. We'll see. We'll see this, Johnny boy. We'll see. I'm gonna roll a d6. Because I feel like having it just be at the entrance is too much like of a thing. Like there should be a chance. So 5. I'm gonna roll, let's see, it's gonna be going clockwise, so it's gonna be 1, 2, or starting from here, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, you know what? Better yet, because there's an actual like exit here, it should either be here or here. So 1 and 3, or 1 to 3, it's right at the entrance. 4 to 6, it's by the door, the other exit. 1, okay, it's right in front of me. So, thanks for the vote of confidence there, man. Okay. Let's see if I fall in, though. This is it, guys. There is a chance that that Vixen will fall in. What's her HP? 5. There is a chance that Vixen's HP will cause her to die. Like, if she takes anywhere, like... She has enough HP where she can live, but also enough HP where she can just totally beef it. So here we go. Do I fall in? Yes, I do. How much HP do I take? How much damage does that fall? It says 1d6 per 10 feet. 6. Vixen steps into the room. She never thought for a second to check for traps. I did not think for a second to check for traps. And she falls in. And immediately dies. So, well, fellas, well, folks, just like you, Ms. Darby. Just like Ms. Darby. She almost fell to her death. She did fall to her death. You actually survived. So, right then and there, we see an entire group of bozos fall down. Or we saw an entire group of 4 beef it to my random dungeon. Remedio's tower was true, or dungeon, his tower, the dungeon in his tower was truly the worst possible dungeon. She died. So, right here, right here is where Vixen, the elven magic user thief, fell to her death. She fell down, probably broke her neck probably landed and broke her neck. So, well, that was fun. Honestly, that was fun to see what kind of dungeon I would generate. I actually ended up generating. Let's see here. I ended up generating like 5 levels of dungeon. Like a few of which were actually explored. So. Yeah, so because we got. Let's go to the beginning here. Here's where we started, right? Let's go back to the beginning. Here's where we started. Here's level 1. We met some adventurers here. The group went over here. There was a locked door they could not get into. They went up this way. Instead of taking any of the other roads, they went up this way, went down this hall, got into an elevator trap, tried to open it on that floor, did not work. Next floor did not work. Third floor did not work. Fourth floor, they opened it, got out. Immediately, Azalea got crushed by a door. She managed to live. They managed to revive her. They left her chainmail armor here. Walked down. They saw that they went down this corridor. Saw that it turned, had like a 45-degree angle where it turned backwards. They went down. It was this huge 40-foot wide hallway with like columns down. And as they were going down, they saw some stairs. Some Lucrata showed up and killed all of them. Vixen managed to escape. She went down. The stairs got narrower, and she managed to find a secret door that led to a small room that gave her 3 options: either go down even deeper or go back up. She chose to go back up, and when she did, she went into a room with a door, and before she even had a chance to go try to see if the door was even unlocked, she fell. She died. So, that's it, man. That's the first a random dungeon there. This was fun. No, I mean, and I'm not saying that this was fun. This actually was fun. This was actually was entertaining to try to do. I was hoping to get some XP out here. We never fought anything, and we did try to fight one thing, but we did not succeed in winning. So hopefully this was as fun for you guys. I know a lot of this is just kind of rolling behind the scenes for random stuff. I think next time I do this, I will genuinely I know Osric has a random dungeon generator that will generate a whole random dungeon for you online, and you can just print out that page. I think next time I'll try to do that. Probably upload it to one of my drawing programs to see how we progress in this dungeon. But this was fun. Honestly, I kind of like working like this. I kind of like exploring and seeing where we're going. This is why, okay, look, 4 bozos is a good number to kind of keep track of everyone's personality. If I had 6 meant that one would have. If I had 6 bozos, if I rolled up 2 other characters, that would have been more of a chance to survive, and then the other 2 could have been oh no, and then they would have see if they could pull her out, and obviously not. Then they would have to deal with that door to see if it was locked or not. And so instead they would just have to kind of figure out to see if there's any other way. And if it was locked, they would have to go back to make their way back down. Obviously back to this place and probably try the other door, or probably try the other entrance. So which would be somewhere up here. But no, so who knows? Maybe for other solo AD&D streams, I'll come back to this place and we'll see where we go, because we still have more dungeon to explore now that I know that there's other places here. So, anyways, that's it for now. If I role play this, if I do another stream for this again, there will be 4 new characters, and we'll see where that takes us. So, anyways, for anybody who came by to see this, hopefully this was entertaining. If not, well, I'll do other stuff. I'll do other stuff that will be maybe more entertaining. I don't know when I'm going to stream again. I'm going to try to stream at least once a week. Try to do that. Maybe it won't be another one of these things. Maybe I'll actually do my little drawing project I said I would do, like draw all the characters I've killed. Maybe I'll go through all the characters I've killed in my solo games, because it's a huge graveyard. I mean, it looks like a memorial cemetery now. You know. Adios, DM. Adios, Johnny Boy. Thanks for stopping by, and again, thanks for everyone else who stopped by. Like I said, I hope this is entertaining. Hopefully, I'll do other stuff that's more entertaining than this. But until now, I'll see you when I'll see ya. So I will see ya.